We have the MoYu WRM 4x4. Hey MoYu, where are the new 4x4s? There's some new MoYu larger cubes, but there's no new 4x4s for a while.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Wattlecube. Chop, chop, chop. Here we go. Okay, so we've got... Ooh. What do we got here? We have two RS3M V5s. Now they're to give to somebody else. So I'm just going to take those out of here now. Say goodbye to those. And we have left, chop, 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 chop. The MoYu AoSu V7 triple track 4x4. That is today's video topic. I also have another RS2M 2x2 and Wattlecube Cube. Nice. So I asked for this because my next comp is going to be with Scube, and I wanted to get this to have a go at it because the other Scubes I've got, which are off camera and I'm not even going to show you, are absolutely terrible. So I'm going to get this one, see what it's like in the next video. Let's have a look at this one. These are the 4x4 I use at the moment. I have the X-Men, I'm going to say Ambition, I think. That's a Diansheng Solar 4x4. You sure can watch the video here. And you might see a video of this one here as well. I'd have to go back because I've had this one a really long time. That's the MGC 4x4 and the VIN 4x4, which are very similar. And this is apparently the V6 of the AoSu 4x4. This one's really fast, but I do find it kind of catches quite a bit. This is really smooth to use, but it's not very fast. I'm hoping this one will be a bit of both. So, roll intro. Okay, let's get into this bad boy. I remembered my scissors today. In this video, we'll just go over some of the basics of it. We'll go over again. Why? What? Okay, let's get that. I'm scratching the cardboard now. Yes. Okay. Let's open that up. Nice. We've got the 4x4, we've got the accessories box. I bet I can guess what's in the accessories box, although I am interested to see what pamphlet. Another blue screwdriver. We've got our MoYu, Team MoYu, and our MoYu man, and another MoYu man. This is the 4x4 instruction booklet. I've never read one of these. I've never really paid much attention to them. I wonder, we've got a picture of Tommy Cherry. We've got Ashkin Madrick. Oh, I remember looking at this last time for the last one. I bet those numbers are the same as the last one in the last pamphlet. So let's put that aside and let's have a look at the cube. Plastic, plastic. Can never get these things open. Here we go. This is UV coated, very shiny. Yeah, look at that. We'll go through a couple of specifications of the cube. I know this is all in Chinese, and here's a couple of the WCA records with this cube, but there are 4 versions of this from memory. There's no internal magnets. Basically, it's a standard 4x4. There's a UV one, there's a double track one, and a triple track. So the regular one doesn't have the magnets here or the ball core magnets. The next one up has ball core magnets, and this one, which is UV coated, ball core magnets and internal magnets. It definitely makes it feel a lot stronger with that internal turning, like definitely a lot stronger than this one. It's a spring on the inside. It's a single screw adjustment. None of the magnets are adjustable. It's a split piece design, and it's definitely hard to get the bits out. Let's try another one. So you can see that these are the magnets there, and they join up with magnets in the corner pieces and a bunch of other places. So let's get a corner piece out. So you can see the corner pieces have the magnets. Deep in there somewhere There's the ball core and just loads of extra magnets. I think the magnets must be, having a look at that, the magnets must be in these pieces here. I don't want to take this apart because I don't think it's ever going to come back together again. I've had a really bad luck with 4x4s. I've had bad luck with 3x3s taking them apart and just bits breaking and so on. I tell you what, the machines that put these together, or the people that put these together, definitely have my respect considering how hard they are to put back together. That feels really good. Corner cutting, not really. I guess when you think about it from a 3x3's point of view is how far this can go across this one. Like, you're not going to be able to corner cut like that on a 4x4, but it'd be the equivalent of a 3x3 of 45 degrees. And reverse corner cutting is really good. Yeah, second layer cutting, no. Oh, actually, that's not bad. You can definitely feel the springs. One of the things about the previous version I've noticed is very smushy. Like, I find it doesn't hold its shape very well. And so when I'm going fast, it kind of turns more into a rhombus than a cube or square shaped sides. This one feels a lot more solid, more like the bin cube. It really keeps its shape. It doesn't rhombusize. Whereas this one seems to be like doing it a little bit. The other thing I notice, I think, is it's still got that same fast feeling to it that the previous one has. I noticed when I first opened this, and you can watch the video here from a while ago, this is really fast out of the box. This has always been a really fast cube. The plastic, something about the plastic makes it super fast, and this feels really similar. Compared to the previous one, so the logo is blue now instead of this one, and this is a printed logo, not a sticker, which will make it definitely a bit difficult for blindfold 4x4 if I ever attempt to do it. It's about 1 millimeter smaller. I can definitely feel and see it's definitely got a bit of a smaller feel to it. The outer pieces are larger, probably, yeah, about the same size as the previous one, but the inner layers are smaller. Okay, I'm not great at 4x4, okay? You know what? The first thing about this I realized, one of the things I always have a trouble with these ones is they're just a little bit too big for my hands. I find for the VIN, the way I turn, which is probably not the best way of turning, I just find sometimes my hands get in the way and they're a bit too big. It feels great. I'm not having any problems turning that with my chunky fingers. It's definitely very clicky with the magnets. They do feel really good, like they're really in place. Like, it's definitely overshooting a little bit, but I think if it got lubed up, where's the other one? That one. Like, this one's just as fast. Probably a little bit fast because this one's got a bit of lube and been loosened a bit, but this doesn't have core magnets. It doesn't really have anything apart from just edge magnets, and they're not very strong. These ones feel quite comfortable. The UV coating is really nice on this one. Okay, that's different as well. If you look at the pieces here, they've got a bit more of a star shape to them. Like, they're definitely a little bit more indented here compared to, say, this one, which is very flat. And most of the others are like that. The MGC's got a bit more of a hole here than here. Whereas this one, they're all the same size, but you can see the piece there is definitely like a 3x3 kind of, it has a beveled edge. I definitely feel like I could do this. My 4x4 will get a lot faster. So I'm going to put that in my bag. I'm going to practice with this all week because I have a competition on Sunday. So I have 6 days to get really accustomed to this.
Meanwhile.
Hello everyone, it's Wattlecube. We have a bunch of 4x4s here. We've got, these are the ones I like the most. We've got the AoSu V7, we've got the double track, the triple track. These have got lots of magnets in them. They've got magnets between the small bit of this edge and the inner edge. Makes it a lot more stable. I really like it. It also makes it more tactile, which is good for me. I prefer the tactility. It's also a lot smaller than the VinCube. I quite like this because my hands get sore if I use big cubes that are too big. Very highly recommended. We got this one for 58, this one for 70. The single track I've sold out of at the moment, but it is 25. Also very good value. Yes.
If I was to compare this to my other 4x4s, this definitely feels like a more refined MoYu AoSu WRM V6, I guess it's what it is. The previous one, it came out about 4 years ago. You definitely feel a lot of similarities between it, but this just feels like it's been elevated a little bit and feels a lot better. Definitely these two feel a little chunky and a little blocky now compared to, say, this one. This one I always thought felt really good. It was a surprising mix for what was coming out with cubes. It's quite loose, it's quite flexible. I tended to get lockups a lot because it was so loose and flexible, but it is surprisingly fast, that one. And then the X-Man one just seemed to be a bit of a disappointment. It's okay, and I wonder if a new one's going to come out, if they're going to bring out a new 4x4 next year based on the success of their 5x5. But this one definitely, now whether or not to get the triple track, the ball core, the basic one's a lot cheaper. So the question is, which one would you get? Would you get the basic one with just the basic magnets on the edge pieces? Would you get the ball core, or would you get the triple track? I think it just really depends on your budget. The triple track definitely feels quite snappy. The pieces tend to really grab quite well. It turns really well. And so the bottom level one would turn just as well. It just wouldn't have that same kind of piece alignment that you would find you find in this one. So that's really, it really comes down to like your budget. If you've got the budget to buy the high level one, definitely think about that. If you want to get the high level one and get the core one, just to see what the difference is like, use one for practice and then one for comps. So you can use the low level one for practice, or the warm up cube, or whatever to have on the table when you're doing a competition, and then make this one your main. But definitely all of these are pointless now. I'd just say stick with this one.
Epilogue.
Not my best work. Well, it's been fun. It's 200.85. All right, I'm done.
Oh, you're done.
I'm done.
Station 12.
I'm done.